Hi everyone, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. We are in my bedroom for story time. I've decided I think I'm going to do my story times mostly in my bedroom or in my car. It's just where I'm comfortable doing them at. So today we're going to talk about how many years ago when Marshall was maybe 2 or 3 years old, I was part of a mom's group, and this is a different mom's group than the one I complained about before. This is kind of what emerged from that mom's group, but I'll link that one down below if I can find it. It's kind of an old video. But we participated, me and Marshall participated in this thing every year called the Relay for Life for the American Cancer Society. And we usually just had kind of a family team. Well, the mom's group, they volunteered. They said they wanted to do it. And I'm like, okay, let's do it then. But I was leery because, I was in a mom's group before that made all kinds of promises and things and didn't deliver. So, not that anybody owes me, but I'm just saying, don't say you're going to do something if you're not going to do it. So, but that wasn't what the issue was with this. So with the Relay for Life, I don't know how it is everywhere, but here, your team can have several fundraisers throughout the year and then have the initial event. So we had a bake sale. We made arrangements with a local college to have a bake sale in their quad. And this one lady who went to that college said she would coordinate it and everything. And I said, okay. I said, but anything you have issues with or questions about, ask me. And I said, we'll accept charitable donations. And then I told her, I said, and she goes, but we'll reimburse people for their donations. I said, no, it's charitable donations. We're not going to reimburse anyone. That's money going to the American Cancer Society. And politics aside, whatever you think of the American Cancer Society, it doesn't matter. The fundraiser was for the team, for the charity, for the fundraiser, and that's where the money was to go. Well, she went ahead and told everyone if they want to contribute that they'll be reimbursed. And and I felt like she was going to do this. So I sent out an email to the whole group kind of saying, we're going to have a bake sale on such and such date at such and such. If you would like to sign up for a block of time to help us sell things, great. If you want to donate anything to the bake sale, great. I'm sorry, we can't offer reimbursement. So so it does have to be donations only because we're not going to be able to reimburse anyone. I'm sorry, I have an itch right on my nose. We're not going to be able to reimburse anyone. So then this email came out to the group. We started a separate group just for the people involved with the Relay for Life. And this one woman said she would make chocolate covered strawberries. And I was like, oh, chocolate covered strawberries outside in Florida in May. And I'm like, I really appreciate it. I know you do beautiful strawberries, and I know that would be amazing for you to do, but I don't want you to go through all that work because it is outside in May in Florida. And I don't really want to deal with chocolate covered strawberries in May in Florida. She's like, nobody appreciates anything I do. I'm like, well, you haven't done it yet. First of all, and secondly, I appreciate the offer. I said that I appreciate the offer, but it's just going to be too complicated. So the other lady kind of emailed her privately, which I didn't know about right away, and told her, go ahead and do it. It's fine. And so bake sale comes along. I go up there to start working at the bake sale. And I'm the captain of the team. So I'm going to be there from the beginning to the end. So this one girl brings sodas, and the lady who said she would kind of put it all together and stuff reached into the cash box and started handing her money. And the lady was like, oh, no. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she was, I'm reimbursing her. And I said, no, we're not reimbursing people. These are charitable donations. And she went, oh. And I'm like, what? And she goes, well, such and such made these 3 trays of strawberries, and she was expecting to be reimbursed for her supplies. And I was like, I sent an email out to everyone, and I know she received it, months ago and also a couple weeks ago stating we cannot reimburse for items. It has to be donations only. And she says, well, she did donate them, but she wants to be reimbursed for them. I'm like, that's not a donation. And I said, I'm sorry, we can't reimburse her. And it was like $60 she wanted to be reimbursed for. And I said, no, I was clear, we're not reimbursing. I said, if you promised her reimbursement, you reimburse her out of your money. We're not reimbursing her. And she's like, well, it's just, I told her, and she was trying to get me on her side with this. And then she was also telling people, we'll reimburse you for anything you donate, plus it's tax deductible. And here's the thing, if you're reimbursed for a donation, it's not a donation. And secondly, it's not tax deductible if you've been reimbursed for it. So there was that, because we also did this thing where we sold massages. And she told people paid for the massage. And then she told them it was tax deductible. And I'm like, no, it's not, because they're receiving the service. And she goes, well, the IRS doesn't need to know that. And I'm like, okay, we're not going to encourage tax fraud when my name is on all of the literature for this event. We're just not doing that. So I was clear in an email that I sent out. If you make a donation, yes, it is tax deductible. If you receive a good or a service, it's not tax deductible. If you receive reimbursement, it's not tax deductible. Please do not try to, I said I am not going to issue any letters with the tax ID number on it that says they can be whatever the paperwork situation was for that. I don't remember. But I was like, no, we're not reimbursing anyone. And it's not the tax deductible thing. That's a whole new thing. I'm going on about that. And it's the reimbursement I want to talk about mainly. So, and like I thought, all the strawberries are melting all over the place. So we're like, we have to move this inside because everything is melted. I'm like, no, the chocolate covered strawberries are melting, which I told her not to make. So anyway, we moved everything inside, and I'm pissed because I'm like, it's supposed to be cookies, brownies, muffins, easy. And some man came and bought all the strawberries. He said, I know these are melting. I want to give to your cause. He gave us a ton of money for them. He gave us like $120 for the strawberries that we didn't sell yet, and then took them all and just started handing them out to people. And then the lady who helped organize this, she was making fun of the man for buying all this stuff and handing it out. And he just made a huge contribution to us. But again, another story. So anyway, that was all wrapped up. I get an email a couple days later from the girl who made the strawberries asking me when she could expect her reimbursement. And I said, 2 weeks before the bake sale, as well as a month before the bake sale, I informed everyone that these were donations only. No one was going to be reimbursed. And so she wrote a dissertation to me about how she's not appreciated and that she made those out of the goodness of her heart and now isn't going to be reimbursed. Not to mention my time. And so I emailed her back. I said, first of all, I told you not to make the strawberries, that they were going to melt in the Florida heat, which they in fact did. I told you, I was clear, we weren't reimbursing, they were going to be taxable donations. You acknowledged that because I sent a read receipt out, or a read confirmation that I got back from her. And we're not reimbursing for it. She said, well, now my child can't have a birthday cake because of this. I'm like, okay, well, if you want reimbursed, you can contact the lady that said you'd be reimbursed and get the money from her. You're not getting any of the money from our cash box because that is for the American Cancer Society. And I didn't even, and she goes, I'm curious, did you even read my whole email? I said, no. It was ridiculously long, and I'm not going to read a dissertation about why you think you should be reimbursed. No, I didn't read it, and I'm not going to read it. And she was just ridiculous. And I said, I'm not reimbursing you. And then she's like, I'm going to go to the American Cancer Society and tell them about it. I'm like, okay, fine. So the next day I had a meeting with the American Cancer Society, and I was telling one lady about it, who, by the way, this woman I talked to is now running for the mayor of Jacksonville Beach, which I think is really cool. This was many years ago, but now she's running for mayor. So I'm not going to vote for her, though, because I don't agree with her stances. But anyway, wait, I can't vote there anymore anyway. It doesn't matter. But anyway, still proud of her, still proud of her achievements. But she was like, no, we're not going to everything is a charitable donation. And so she went ahead and sent out an official notice from the American Cancer Society, signed by her, stating that to everybody on my team. And then I started getting emails from people saying, that's ridiculous. I do not expect you to reimburse me for anything. One woman wanted to be reimbursed for her time for the day we had the event. Like, it's an 18-hour long event, so people would sign up for 2 or 4 hour blocks at a time. And one woman was like, how much will I be reimbursed for my time? And I said, it's a volunteer event. I don't understand what. Like, I'm not reimbursing anyone for their time. This isn't a job. It's a volunteer event. And also, it's a lot of fun. So anyway, that's my story. This woman with the strawberries, I don't know what she's up to these days, but she was just entitled, and like, I'm not reimbursing. So anyway, that's my story time. I hope you're able to follow. I know I kind of meander and get a little blah, 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 blah. But we haven't done that event in many years. I've donated, but I haven't really had the energy to actually participate in it. But it always was a lot of fun, and Marshall enjoyed it. Oh, another thing at the event, I want to tell you the day of the event where the moms were involved. Marshall decided he wanted to sell bottles of bubbles at the event. And I'm like, I don't think people are going to buy bottles of bubbles. Well, Marshall was so cute, and he had his Survivor shirt on and his Survivor medal. He's like, you want bubbles? And people would say, you know what? I'm going to buy you a bottle of bubbles. So people would give him $5, $10, $20 for the bubbles. And so Marshall got all his money for us and also got to keep the bubbles that he was like asking for maybe a 50-cent donation for. And this other kid what is going on here? I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. And this other kid was also trying to sell the bubbles, and he was just yelling, bubbles! And then he would start crying because no one was buying them from him. Bubbles! And he's just running around like where people aren't even at, just yelling, bubbles! And I'm like, dude, you're not a salesman. No, but he's going to buy your bubbles. And his mother or father are like laughing at him instead of just going up to him and saying, hey, let's walk around and approach people. How about that? But I mean, everybody at this event knew it was a fundraiser, so they would see a kid selling bubbles, they would be like, oh yeah, here's $1 or whatever. But every time Marshall would sell a bottle, this kid would literally throw himself on the ground and throw a fit. I don't know whatever happened to that kid. He was a few years older than Marshall, so he's about 24 years old now. So I don't remember his name, or I'd look him up on Facebook and just see. Do you ever do that? Like, think of someone from way in the past and try to look them up on Facebook. I do that with a lot of people, and a lot of them I can't find, so, which is probably good. But my nose is just so bad. All right, well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I got kind of long-winded. Thank you so much. I have Beaker. I'm going to do Beaker from the Muppets. I'm probably going to get that done tonight, I hope. Maybe not tonight, but I'm going to try. But I'm going to get off of here, and I will talk to all of you later. Bye.